Spirit hit, and it hit like this, that this quarantine, this isolation, this time alone, this time with self has taught me a lot about myself. And I have this image of this plant in this trash bag because, as you will see, the plant is dead and it is getting ready to be taken out to the trash. And this plant had died maybe 3 weeks ago, but I held on to this plant, trying to revive it, trying to show it love and attention, trying to nourish it. However, it was dead and it would not come back to life. And it just showed me about life. Earth will show you about life. Mother Earth will show you about life. When it's dead, you have to uproot it. You have to let it go. You have to say goodbye. You cannot say see you later. You have to say goodbye to it. And this quarantine has taught me a lot about myself and things that I had to say goodbye to because my thinking has changed. My vision has changed. My outlook has changed for the better. And it's like it's a level up. And I had to let some people, some places, some things go. And they were painful to let go. And some were easy to let go. But some of them were painful to let go because they were a part of who I was and not who I am. In life, you are going to, if you decide to become a better version of you, things that are dead need to die. Things that have died need to be laid to rest. We sometimes try to revive dead things. And I'm not saying that things that has where life has seemed to fall, that it cannot be revived. But there is something when something is dead that it needs to be laid to rest. That's different. Because if the plant could be revived, it would have taken all the nurturing and love and attention that I tried to provide it, but it was dead. It was dead. And I could not hold on to this plant hoping. I could not hold on to people, places, and things hoping that it would come alive when it's dead. And so in reference to me, in letting go of people, places, and things that I cannot serve and that can no longer serve me, I have to let those things die. Will certain things have ceremonies? Yes. And others will not. They will just be dead. They'll be thrown out in the trash, just like this plant is going to be thrown out in the trash. It has no more use. And now it's beginning to rain. So that means, like, when it rains, that's a form of cleansing, so that something else can grow. Something else can evolve, expand. That's what rain does. Rain provides nurturing. And so if I look at myself in these dead leaves on this plant, in reference that, and they are dead, some are still alive, but for the majority part, this is dead. And we all deal with death differently. We all do. No two grievings or mournings are the same. We all have different stages that we go through for death. And if you don't believe the confirmation, you just heard the siren. That means that the siren, the ambulance, is on its way trying an attempt to save something that's in a detrimental stage. It's so detriment It's so detriment that the person could not make it to the hospital on their own. They had to call for an ambulance to get it. So that means that it's serious. And if it doesn't get there in time, or the procedures that provide for them that they need, they may not make it. Life is about growth. Life is about death. We dread living, but mourn dying. But life is supposed to be lived, and a life lived fulfilled with a happy ending, so that death does not have to be mourned, but that it can be celebrated, because the life that lived in color, out loud, embracing moments and situations and circumstances that came its way. It lived. And that's where I am, to live. To live life, to be myself, to be my healthy, authentic self, to own my things that I do, decisions that I make. They're mine, that I make. And if you notice, the sun is coming out. The sun is coming out. Look at her. She is beautiful. She is beautiful. She radiates. She falls on all of us. All of us. Look at these trees and how green they are and how strong they are. Look at that. Look at what you can become. Just look at the beauty. This is effortless. This is all what God has put in place. This is what God is trying to do with all of us. Trying to get us to become our authentic self. Trying to get us to become our great self. The greatest version of ourselves. Trying to get us to tap into all the skills and abilities and passion that was placed inside of us, so that we may grow like these trees effortlessly, with the abundance and the nutrients that God has provided. See, these trees don't need our help. They have God's help. God looks out for them. That's what I tell you. The birds and the bees and the trees. This is nutrients for them. God creates a cycle, an economy for all of us, an ecosystem for all of us to prosper in. But will we be like the dead tree? It is up to us. That's why it's called free will. Till we meet again, be bold, be courageous, and most of all, be your healthy, authentic self. Because I am allowing death to take its place in my life. People, places, and things.